Hello everyone, Storm 101 here. Today we'll be doing a quick live stream here, real quick, tracking a tornado warning for Dallas, Texas. Go on ahead and get this uploaded to Twitter very quickly. Gotta do this real quick. Alrighty, bingo. There we go. So, yes, there is a tornado warning for Dallas, Texas. We're going to get to our radar really quick. The storm is now approaching Dallas at this time here. There's also on top of that a severe thunderstorm warning. Uh, I don't think there's a confirmed tornado with this. It expires in 15 minutes. No, there's not. Let's take a look into a velocity here. You can see there is a little bit of a possibly a couplet there. Perhaps, well, that could be a little bit of a glitch there. But I think the main area of circulation is going to be somewhere right in there, just northwest of, looks like Cockrell Hill. Um, so yeah, on that, and it is heading right towards Dallas. So I think it'll go to the northern portion of the Dallas metro area as well. Although we'll be tracking this here. Here's Arlington. I the storm's pretty much passed. Please don't really cut out. Hold on. Apologies, guys, if we do get kind of disconnected here. And apologies on that. Um, do have troubles like that sometimes. So possibly a circulation there. Let's go ahead and play this out, see what it looked like earlier. Yeah, we did have a strong area rotation there. And you can see now it's been broad, it's now more broad now. You can see there it goes. It actually just went past Arlington and granted Perry here. Bobby, welcome to the street. The tornado's like a couple miles away from me. Well, probably should get into shelter, but you can still stick around the live stream here. Let's actually take a look to the correlation coefficient here and see. Going to pause this. See if there's any debris getting off it. Mm, hard to tell. Let's see if there was any debris getting off there. Oh, there might have been. Yeah, there could have been some debris. That's not good. That is hard to tell and see. See if there's any debris getting off it. Mm, hard to tell. Let's see if there was any debris getting off there. Oh, there might have could have been some debris. That's not good. That is hard to tell. So we may had a tornado. Uh, Quasi YouTube, where are you located? I'm suggesting you're talking to uh Bobby there. Uh, if you're talking about me, this is Dallas, Texas here. Dallas right there. Arlington is right there. Um, let's go back to our velocity here. Yeah, there could have been a tornado earlier. Uh, the correlation coefficient did have a drop. It's pretty much gone at this point, but we may had a tornado. Our radar site is just right there, so we probably had a pretty good accurate reading for this area rotation there. Dex to West Virginia Rail fan, welcome to the stream. Uh, cannot wait for the snowstorm in West Virginia December 1st. Yeah, I actually cannot wait either, but there's some changes in the forecast. We'll actually talk about that. Oh, the tornado warning just got canceled. All right, so Dallas, Arlington, your guys are in the clear. Uh, no tornado warning now. We'll see about any other storms right now. Okay, this is just kind of in the dark here in this general region here, southeastern Oklahoma. There's not really a good radar site nearby there. But the good news is there's not a tornado warning now. That's been canceled since the rotation has died down dramatically. Now, there could have been a tornado earlier. The correlation coefficient did have a drop over the circulation. So, there could have been a tornado earlier. We're going to see what the dashboard sort of says about that. We'll also probably take a look to reports, see if anything comes in, like on social media. Hey, Ned Thoughts, man, welcome to the stream. This was so close to me. I'm right in the center of Dallas, and the sirens turned off. Tornado did drop in Arlington, Texas. Really? Kind of a little too late for me, man. Dang. How about that? Tornado happened in Arlington. Hopefully you're not lying about that. Now, with the correlation coefficient, it looks like there might have been a tornado there in Arlington, Texas. So, yeah, and I believe that's the first tornado of the day. Really, the severe weather across northwestern Oklahoma today. Not a whole lot of tornado action really happened. Mainly, it was just large hail and damaging winds. And that line is actually still continuing. It's actually now approaching southwestern Missouri right now, passing Joplin, Missouri right now. So we got a line of storms continue to track eastward, which is actually uh, lasting longer than what the models were showing. See what the severe thunderstorm warning is for. 60-mile-an-hour winds, a quarter-size hail, radar indicated. Locations include Joplin, there. So it's, I don't see the counties. Oh, here we go. Severe thunderstorm warning for Bartow County, Newton County, McDonald County, and Jasper County in southwestern Missouri. This is effective until 9:45 Central Standard Time. So pretty good line of storms there. Probably some hail along there. You can see some pink colors here and there. So, and this will be heading right towards Springfield here, which it's currently get the leading edge there. Right now, from the radar site, it's about 50 miles away, so it'll get there eventually, probably the next hour or so. But the good news is we don't have any tornado warnings. Bad news is we probably had a tornado in Arlington, Texas. So, kind of going back down to Texas here, we got a pretty good squall line here, storms here. It'll be approaching Waco in a few moments. You got Tower, Texas here. Pretty much the worst of the storm is going through Dallas right now. It did pass Fort Worth, Texas as well. McGill, Warder, jeez, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your name. Welcome to the stream. Dog, that Embor keeps spamming on my phone. Yeah, but it's probably a good thing, though, to have that, especially for severe weather like this, for a tornado warning. Although I will say this, that tornado warning that was issued here, it did not say a confirmed tornado on it. It's just a radar indicated, so I'm not 100% sure if it was a tornado on the ground or not, although the correlation coefficient did show possibly a tornado there. If we actually go back to Dallas here, let's see. You can see it's passing through Dallas right now. So that severe thunderstorm warning is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Man, it's moving east at 50 miles an hour, so it's a pretty fast moving line of storms. So the correlation coefficient, what is that? Really, what it is if any pieces of debris get aloft or whatever, you have a drop in the correlation coefficient. Really indicates, you know, how large, whatever item it is or object in the sky there. Like these pink colors here, it's just rain, but we get drops like these here, which I'm pretty sure it's just ground clutter or whatever. That could be large objects. Now, if we kind of play this through, you can see here we did had a drop by Arlington, Texas, tracking here. It seems like it's now pretty much died out here. So your tornado track might have been something like this here and died out somewhere in here. So, yeah, and listen, Mateo, sir, I am a safe key check on Mesquite. Uh, where is? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. Ski here, just east of Dallas. Uh, let's pause this real quick. So it's about to affect your area. Probably, probably the worst of it, probably or so. Right now, the worst of it is hitting Dallas right now. Wind gusts could possibly up to 50 to 60 miles an hour exceed the velocity here. Showing winds probably close to 50 miles an hour. Could be under severe status. It could be more of a strong thunderstorm. But if you got any Christmas decorations out there, anchor them down or take them in because they get blown away there as well. Let's take a look along this line here. All right, so see if there's any other areas of rotation here. Uh, okay, there may be something going on here. Where is this? This is in East Central Oklahoma. Yeah, there's going to be something going on here. Kyoto. Oh, man, I cannot pronounce some of these town names. I do apologize. Yeah, we do have something going on here. Possibly a circulation there. Let's see the correlation coefficient here. Let's see if it's any drop. Doesn't look like to be a drop there. But there is an indication of some rotation here. We may get a tornado warning get issued for that soon. Your main circulation is actually right in there, which is actually a little bit tight there as well. Really, anywhere else along the line doesn't seem any other areas of rotation. May need to watch this region here for something that could try to pop up. So probably the main area of focus right now will be this region here. For Dallas, Texas, here guys, there is no tornado threat now. Is there something in Oak Cliff or Desio? Uh, where at? Oh, here we go. South of Dallas. So going back here, so this is where he's talking about here. Yeah, that line is about to hit that area right now. Probably likely some damaging winds, at least 40 miles an hour at best, although wind gusts could be up to 60 miles an hour at times there as well. So just to keep in mind of that. Could be a little bit of a bow echo going on here, heading right towards Cooper, Texas, got Paris and Reno, Clarksville there as well. You can see your Texas-Oklahoma state line is like roughly right in there. So we'll be moving to the northeast here. Let's see how fast this is moving. 60 mile an hour wind gusts here. Moving east at 55 miles an hour. So if any of you guys do get under a tornado warning, you're going to have to do it real quick because these storms are moving very quickly here. And that's a pretty downside. What makes it even worse is it could be dark, so you cannot see anything with it. So, yeah, it's kind of a little bit dangerous night to have a tornado around this time here. Going back to southwestern Missouri here, you still got a pretty good line of severe thunderstorms here, possibly. About to hit Lamar. It'll get to Springfield pretty soon. Got Mount Vernon, Monette there as well. Probably the worst of it, probably in here. We'll take a look into the store prediction mesoscale analysis. You live at Dallas. Well, the good news is the tornado threat. So Garland will be safe. Um, where is Garland? There's Garland. So for right now, for Garland, the tornado threat's pretty much over with. Although there may be perhaps a booked vortex here. Really interesting feature there. So here's Garland right here. Doesn't look like a booked vortex. It may try to pop up as a booked vortex there. So for really anybody that lives, around the Dallas area, there's no tornado threat for right now. The tornado warning that was going on earlier has been canceled. We may have had a tornado that hit Arlington, Texas earlier. We'll probably find out by tomorrow or later tonight. So if you look into velocity here, see if there's any other areas of rotation. I don't really see any, which is good news here. Probably the primary threat right now around Dallas would be damaging wind gusts. Could be some small hail within some of these stronger cells. Right in there. Could be some hail. Dallas may be getting some small hail right now. Got a pretty, could be a pretty good bow echo here, hitting right now. Honey Groove, Texas, there as well. Now, if you get under one of these severe thunderstorm warnings, stay away from windows. Will probably the best thing to do right now, get in the center part of your house. Well, because there could be flying debris, and when you have flying debris, it can hit the windows, break them. If you get right in front of those, well, you can get hurt. So that's why we always say to stay away from windows because of that. Australia, Guinea, it'll be alright. It'll be alright. Right now, just straight line winds, no tornado right now. The worst of it is just pretty much past Dallas right now. What is the chances of a tornado in Texas right now? Well, for that question, let's take a look into the SPC mesoscale analysis. This is something the SPC does use, and this is where you get your SPC mesoscale discussions. So, alright, so let's take a look here. Now, my internet's probably a little bit slow right now. Severe watch potential. And there's a new severe thunderstorm watch issued. Alright, let's take a look to the severe thunderstorm watch. So, this is Tyler, Texas, Fort Smith, Arkansas, there as well. Looks like the primary threat is going to be damage to winds. There can also be some hail with these storms. The tornado threat is low in this area at this time. Will it hit Mesquite? Yes, it will hit Mesquite, Texas, that is east of Dallas. Yes, it will likely affect you guys, but the tornado threat is not there. But let's see how favorable the environment is, however. So we'll start off with the significant tornado parameters. See, some of the highest numbers is just east of Dallas. There is about as high as a 3. Really, over a 1, you kind of have a tornado threat, but when you get to a 3, yeah, your tornado threat is elevated. So it is favorable for tornadoes right now. The the conditions are favorable as of right now. So, but for right now, there's no areas of rotation in that region, which is some good news there. Let's take a look to some wind shear. So bulk shear, yeah, there's a lot of it, especially in southeastern Oklahoma, 65 knots of wind shear. And when you have that, your tornado threat is elevated. Where we have that line of storms across southwestern Missouri, there's not really any bulk shear at all, so the tornado threat should stay very low across those regions, which also includes Springfield, Missouri, there as well. Now, the severe threat will continue throughout the overnight hours. So if we look into the SPC outlook here, right now there's a slight risk for severe weather across Oklahoma City and Norman, and also Tulsa. Those lot of storms have already passed there, so this is a little bit outdated. Margin risk still continues for Dallas, Waco, Springfield, Little Rock, even includes Memphis, Greenville, Shreveport, Lufkin, Texas as well. And again, the tornado threat is there. Let's see. It's a pretty low end threat to keep in mind that damage to winds will also be there, and there can also be some hail there as well. Yeah, the tornado warning did get canceled. No, guys, you're not gonna die. Everything's gonna be all right. As of right now, the tornado threat's not strong straight line winds. But for right now, around the Dallas area, you guys are just getting affected by some straight line winds at this time. So pretty much the worst of it has passed Dallas here. So downtown area Dallas, you guys are in the clear. Mesquite, you guys are about to get affected by the storm here. Garland is getting into it right now. That's Sato. The worst of it is just about past, you guys. I don't think we'll get any expansion of the severe thunderstorm warning. I mean, looking into these velocity values here, it's under severe thunderstorm territory, more severe, more strong thunderstorm territory. So right now, this storm's not as bad as like it was earlier. We'll just put it that way. Although northeast of Dallas here, showing winds 54 miles an hour, 55. That's not too bad. We're at Mesquite here. Yeah, strong thunderstorm territory. Got another pocket of some strong winds there. And it seems like it does get a little bit higher around Red Oak there. Keep in mind, guys, that severe thunderstorm warning territory, that's over 58 miles an hour. So if radar does indicate, 58 over 58 mile an hour winds for a certain period of time, they will issue a severe thunderstorm. Now, also to keep in mind, guys, that this is not at the surface. I mean, 2.1 K feet. That is, I forgot. I wrote it down too. I wrote it down somewhere. I remember on the last stream that I wrote it down on one of my notes here. Cannot find it. Uh, but anyways, that's not at the surface. That's a couple thousand feet above the surface. But sometimes winds this strong can get down the surface sometimes. So just to keep in mind of that. Now, the further away the storms are going, the higher the radars could be recording those winds a little bit higher up. But you're going to get the most accurate reading closest to the radar. So just to keep in mind of that. So yeah. So that's a bad in Mesquite. No, the red just means just heavy rain. Now for now for this perspective here, this just means some decently strong winds here. I mean these red colors here, most of these red colors is generally between 25 to 40 miles an hour, but when you get into those pink colors, it's 40 to about 55 miles an hour. But sometimes the winds that strong can get down to the surface sometimes as well. So just to keep in mind that. You can see here the radar is recording some strong winds out here, but just also to keep in mind here, guys, that from the radar site, how far above the surface that's at least about 22, at least 22,000 feet above the surface. So just to keep in mind that. Oh wait, now I just remember in my head. So in feet, that is 21,900 feet. I just remember that now. So now wind's so strong, which is recording uh 90 miles an hour. Winds like that are not going to get down to the surface. That's not, an accurate reading for surface winds. So Dallas is safe right now. So Dallas, your guys are in the clear. No areas of rotation that do indicate that this do not indicate at this time here. I don't see any areas of rotation. May need to watch this region here a little bit closely. Let's go back to that one area in eastern Oklahoma that I was talking about earlier. It looks like it's pretty much gone away here. Let's see. Yeah, there was actually some pretty strong, pretty decent rotation earlier, but those outflow winds are just dominant at that point. So the threat for tornado around this region here has diminished pretty much. May need to watch that area very closely there. Further north we go, the tornado threat is less because there's not a lot of wind shear. Although, what we do have is a new severe thunderstorm warning. Does not include Springfield, but it does include Barron County, Lawrence County, and also Dade County in southwestern Missouri. This is in effect until 10:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, uh, Now, for my time zone, it's in Eastern time. This is Central time. So the clock you're going to see at the bottom right corner of your screen, that's in Eastern time, and this is in Central time. So just to keep in mind that. Moving east at 50 miles an hour, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Reports of 55 to 65-mile-an-hour winds have occurred in the dominant and Joplin areas of these storms. So we do have confirmation that these storms are likely at severe at this point here. Although we do expect these storms to die down as it moves further to the east. So going back to around Dallas here, we'll go back to the actual radar here. So yeah, Dallas, you guys are clear. Garland, you guys are pretty much clear now. Mesquite, right now about to get hit by probably the worst of it for right now. But right now we do not have any tornado warnings, which is some good news there. So those, so are the high wind speeds? The wind was pretty weak. Probably was weak. Generally, most of the time, for a lot of these severe thunderstorm warnings, really in general, the winds that the storms actually, do or whatever, it does not reach a criteria like we're forecasting a good chunk of the time, but also a decent chunk of the time it does verify, and there's also other times that it can overachieve. So like right now, like for right now, like for Dallas there, some of you guys are saying that the winds are probably not that bad. That could be true. It's probably not that bad, but the possibility is still there for 60-mile-an-hour winds. However, up here, we are actually getting confirmation that these storms are producing 55 to 65-mile-an-hour winds, and those are actually recorded. So we have pretty much enough evidence, a good enough evidence that these are severe thunderstorms. You can see here how they are starting to weaken as well. You can see here it's looking weaker. Springfield, you guys may just get lucky that these may just be strong storms when they get to your area, so it may not be as bad when they get there as it is right now. Alright, so the severe thunderstorm warning for Dallas has expired. So technically it's pretty much a strong storm at this point. So for right now the storms are not as bad like it was earlier. So that's some good news here. I am thinking about talking about the upcoming winter storm, potentially for the Ohio Valley. Did leave? It's my question. You're assuming Dallas. Pretty much the storm is gone. But the GFS model is wind insane on the potential winter storm that could happen across the Ohio Valley. We'll probably take a look into it when things kind of calm down a little bit more with these storms, which they pretty much are right now. So anybody that lives in Paris, Texas, you guys are probably going to get some pretty strong winds. There's also an indication for possibly some hail in there as well, heading right towards Paris and also Reno as well. So, gaming with Phil, I do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. No cap. So, yeah, for anybody that lives in Oklahoma or whatever, the severe threat is still there across eastern Oklahoma. Most of them are just generally just strong storms. But western Arkansas, you guys will start to have the severe threat, strong to severe threat there as well. This live is not working for me anymore. Yeah, it's just my internet's just not good. I mean, I've been lucky for the past several streams of the internet's actually good, but it doesn't look like the internet doesn't really want to cooperate tonight. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately. So yeah, pretty much at this point here, the severe threat is slowly diminishing since we are around nighttime now, so the instability values are going down. The conditions are becoming less favorable for severe weather, so and if we look into the SPC mesoscale analysis, see how much CAPE there is. surface space-wise. Yeah, there's not much of any at all. The severe threat may continue across portions of eastern Texas. That's looking to be the most favorable environment right now. Now, 100 millibars, so this is a little bit up into the atmosphere. Probably the better chance for severe storms at this point is looking to be in eastern Texas if there's going to be any. Bro, is the tornado gone? Yes, it is gone. It's been gone for a while now. So, yeah, on that. But for right now, it seems like the severe threat, if there's going to be some, any more severe storms, it'll probably be in eastern Texas. And probably want to talk about a little bit about tomorrow here. So the severe threat does continue tomorrow. The risk is a little bit lower. Just some good news there. Thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Celsi. You can see this. There's a large margin of risk across the lower Ohio Valley, down to the Tennessee Valley, and portions of the South. There's what. There is a little bit of a tornado threat. There's also damage wind threat. Saying less than 5% in all the areas for hail, but there's probably at least going to be some. There's going to be at least a storm that's going to produce some large hail, and I think the better chance of seeing that will probably across southwestern Kentucky, southern Indiana, and western Tennessee because at 500 millibars it is very cold up there. And that's why a lot of these storms across western Oklahoma produce large hail because at around 500 millibars, it's very cold. The temperature is. Wait, so there's no tornado in Muscatine and Dallas? No, there's not. There's no tornado warning. There's no tornado. There could have been a tornado earlier in Arlington, Texas. So is the severe threat coming back tomorrow? Assuming you're asking that question, no. The severe threat, we don't expect severe weather across around Dallas in a while, for a long time. So, although we'll see what the models show on the upcoming systems. So, let's quickly, since there's not much going on in the weather right now, severe weather wise, we're going to pull up the herd model, see what it shows for 18Z. The reason why I show you guys 18Z because we get more hours on it. So it gets up to, compared to, some of the other ones, it's up to 18 hours, but with 0Z, we could get up to 36 hours. So, now the herd model has backed off some for this, for tomorrow. You can see here, thunderstorms do start to develop. Looks like it's starting to, this model here, showing storms developing actually later. Actually, probably just west of Interstate 65. And then the possibility is there for strong storms across portions of Kentucky and Tennessee there as well. Destio, Texas, the tornado threat is over. Is there a tornado in Dallas of Mesquite or what? There is no tornado. There is no tornado as of right now. So the tornado threat is over for Dallas and the surrounding areas. Just strong thunderstorms for right now. But kind of going back into this here, you can see here some strong storms may try to develop there. And I'm gonna have to go to a different website to get the soundings. So we'll use Pitiful Weather here. We'll talk about we'll have an update on the upcoming potential winter storm. The GFS ball is probably right now, so I'm interested to see what the 0Z run is going to be looking like for the upcoming system. It went insane on the 18Z run, so yeah. I'll show you guys that in a moment. So let's take a look into the superset composite. So this is the combination of CAPE, which is instability, and also wind shear. If you put these together, you get the superset composite. Now this only means that conditions are are favorable. So it left Dallas forever. Yes, I guess you could put it in that way. Uh, but looking into the supercell composite here, you can see here it does come back up in the numbers here. It's higher down across Alabama as well. Uh, like it was before earlier today, the instability and the wind shear were misplaced. What I mean by misplaced is the wind shear was too far to the east and the instability was too far to the west. So really, with that, the severe threat is very low. But when you have them together, like some of the models are showing now, you do have a higher chance for severe weather. Let's get a sounding down across portions of Alabama here. So this is northwestern Alabama. There's some instability. Surface wise, 909. There is wind shear. The hodograph is decent. So, for this region here, the conditions could be favorable for at least for a week or spin up tornado. Let's go further south. There's a 12. Hodograph is a little bit better instability. The wind shear, the further south we go, lower the wind shear values. The further north we go, lower the instability, but higher the wind shear. So yeah, on that, you can see your supercell composite, the environment, the conditions for supercells do diminish as well later on in the day. And I guess we could go in. Let's see if there's anything going on right now. Let's see. Any new warnings? Yes, we do have a new warning. So this is actually for Fort Smith, Arkansas. Let's see what the severe thunderstorm warning is about. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. So again, this line of storms are moving pretty fast. The severe thunderstorm warning is for southwestern Franklin County and west central Arkansas, southeast of Crawford County and northwestern Arkansas, northern Sebastian County and west central Arkansas, southeastern Sequoia County and east central Oklahoma, northeastern Lee Ford County and southeastern Oklahoma. So the primary threat with this here would just be damage winds. There could be some hail with it. Whoa, hold on a minute. What do we have going on here? Uh, this is north Sparrow here. May have an area of a tight circulation here. We may actually get a tornado warning for this here. If we're going to get a tornado warning, it is going to include Fort Smith, Arkansas. If we do get a tornado warning, so we're gonna watch that. We'll see if the National Forest Service does issue a tornado warning. Now this is like low level rotation. This is pretty close to the radar. Radar's right here. That's where that black hole is. That's the radar. How far away it is or how far above the surface is, that's only 800 feet. That is not high. Um, that's 13.3 miles away from the radar site. How far away is from Fort Smith? It's about 14 miles away. We'll see if there's a TDS signature or tornado debris signature. Oh, there may be something. There may be something. Let's see. Okay, we may have something going on here, guys. So let me circle this here for the area of rotation. Go back here. It's a little bit displaced here. And that's hard to tell if that's it does indeed pop up. Well, it could be some ground clutter and stuff going on there. Some glitchiness. Uh, okay, the rotation area is just tightening up. So we actually may have a tornado. Uh, now, yeah, this may be a problem. They should probably issue a tornado warning right now. There could be, we may have a TDS TDS, tornado debris signature. We also got strong rotation. Yeah, we may have possibly a tornado right now. Um, this this is actually heading right towards Fort Smith. So even though there's not a tornado warning, I'll probably get prepared to get to shelter. Uh, we'll see if the National Weather Service does issue a tornado warning. Uh, if I were them, I'd probably issue a tornado warning right now because we may actually have a tornado debris signature. It is just south of Fort Coffee, just past Esperio here, saying right towards Oklahoma. Bingo, we got a tornado warning. So we may actually have a tornado on the ground, guys. So tornado warning is in effect for Fort Smith. Radar indicated rotation for southwestern Crawford County in northwestern Arkansas, northwestern Sebastian County in west central Arkansas, southeastern Sequoia County in east central Oklahoma, northeastern Lee Ford County in southeastern Oklahoma. And by what I'm seeing here, with the correlation coefficient velocity, we may actually have a tornado. Now, we may. I'm not going to say it's a guaranteed. Looks like it moved right here. We'll see if it matches up with the velocity. Yes, it does. So that could be a brief tornado right now. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen next. So it expires in 33 minutes. I'm glad I caught that early. So we may just have another tornado. If this is a tornado, this will be, I believe, the second tornado of the day. Yeah, it's a little bit displaced. It may be dissipating already. Usually with tornadoes along the squall line, they don't last long at all. They can what I'm trying to say is they can last only for a few minutes, a few seconds. I mean, tornadoes along squall line don't last long at all. They can last really only a couple of minutes. They don't last long. Now for this scenario here, this may be starting to dissipate. So again, anybody that's in Fort Smith, Maffei, Van Buren, Barling, Central City, Pocoa, Arcoma, and Fort Smith, and Fort Coffee, you gotta take some. Guys gotta take shelter. The possible tornadoes right here, which is heading right towards Fort Smith right now. May miss you guys further to the northeast, so you guys may be lucky with that, but we're right heading towards Oklahoma and also Fort Smith. Later down the road, it could be Van Buren burning. And you see here, another way to indicate possible rotation or potential tornado, you get a kink right here. Usually with kinks along the squall line here, that could be in small area of a circulation there. Could be a brief tornado. With squall lines like that, that's most of the time it could be a little bit common. Looks like they updated the tornado warning box. So let's see. Yeah. So just like that, guys, the tornado may be gone already. So for anybody that's joining the stream, we have a tornado warning that's for Fort Smith. We may just seen what could have may been a tornado. The correlation coefficient did have a drop, possibly a TDS or tornado debris signature. We had an area of strong rotation that was very tight. If I play this, I'll show you guys what I mean. You can see here we had a very tight circulation. You can see now it's gone. So the possible track of this tornado probably was like that. And that could have been how long that tornado probably lasted. So pretty short path, to say the least. That's about and it made it last it for 3 miles. And typically, with tornadoes along squall line, they don't last long. So the tornado made it just lifted. Let's go back down around Texas, see if anything else is going on down here. For right now, it doesn't look like it. So pretty much everybody in Dallas and some of the metro areas, you guys are in the clear. Probably around Health, Texas, there's probably some large hail going on there right now. Paris, Texas here. They may not expand that toward the severe thunderstorm warning there. If we go up to southwestern Missouri, yeah, these storms here are currently weakening here at this point. The winds and the velocity here are not that strong. So that's some good news there. So pretty much the severe threat at this point here is calming down. Yeah. We'll see what the National Weather Service does with this tornado warning. We'll see what they do with it. It's either they're going to cancel it or they may just continue with it. Oh yeah, we haven't. Yeah, there's actually a hook right here. So you got a hook right there. Let's see. Yeah, you got a little bit of a hook that has developed there. Got a little bit of a hook echo right there. Could be an RFD probably going on down there. That'd be called rear flank rear rear flank downdraft. If we go back to velocity here, see if it's picking up any strong rotation again. No. Looks like the rotation overall is pretty much dissipated. If there's going to be rotation there, it'll be very broad. So the good news is the tornado threat is probably about over with for Fort Smith. So you guys got pretty lucky with that. So let's talk about the potential winter storm for early next week. So GFS law is currently updating. We may keep this live stream going till it probably gets to that point. The Canadian model will start to update. Yeah, it is starting to update now. Got the icon model, which is actually about done. Let's actually look into the icon model first. Now, this is the first time that I've seen the icon model. So we'll have a short discussion here. So there's also a possibility that this here may become a little bit of a bomb cyclone. What I mean by it is that it's dropping a lot of pressure in a short period of time. That's what some models are predicting here. That's not the uncertainty. The uncertainty is the placement of this low pressure system. You can see here the icon models actually went back to the old solution here, like some of the models were showing yesterday. So, but the icon can be an outlier, which the icon model does not do a good job in the wintertime. Snowfall wise, amounts, it doesn't really do a good job with that. The GFS and the Canadian model is actually more accurate than the icon. But I'll show you guys the 18Z run from the GFS. So let's take a look at this. Now, yeah, the GFS has gone insane. Absolutely nothing in Dallas. There was stuff in Dallas earlier. It's pretty much done at this point. So Dallas is in the clear. Whenever I began the stream, there was a tornado warning for Dallas, and there might have been a tornado back in around Arlington. So the tornado warning happened back down to Dallas was now a while ago. So let's talk about this potential winter storm. You can see here it's down around 988 millibars. Now what this verifies here on the western side of this here could be near blizzard conditions across Indiana, western Kentucky, maybe as far south as western Tennessee. The craziest part about the system here is how this here loops around. You can see here 981 millibars, possibly near blizzard conditions now across western Ohio. Look how this thing just loops around. And that's a pretty deep load, 979 millibar load. And the snow is literally in the low pressure system. If that verifies here, you can have blizzard conditions, possibly. Now, we'll see if the other models show that solution. I highly doubt this is going to happen, but for people that are interested with the snowfall totals, here it is. Showing some spots could be closer to 2 feet of snow. So there could be a decent amount of snow coming. Now, either way, there could be the potential for a blizzard. The possibility is there. But the uncertainty is that we don't know where some of the snow is going to be at. Like earlier today, on my last video, I made this map here, the greatest potential really across these regions. So I'm also been trending back towards that solution. You can see here a lot of things has changed since then. So yeah, on that. Let's actually take a look to the Canadian model. We'll go to its 12Z run. You can see here it's actually different. You can see it's further east like I had in my forecast map. It's mainly across West Virginia, western Pennsylvania, southwestern New York State, and northeastern Ohio, with some areas could be seeing nearing 3 feet of snow, which that's probably overdone. If we kind of play this out here. Yeah, the internet's not good. Leonard Boyd. Dallas got some sprinkles of light wind. I highly doubt that. Rain-wise, uh, I feel like you're lying about that because on the radar. Oh, speaking, going back to the radar, rotation may be trying to tie it up again. Well, I'm glad I came back here. Correlation coefficient not picking up on anything, but is there a hook echo with this? No, it's currently hitting the radar right now. We still got tornado warning in place. But going back down around Dallas, a few sprinkles, highly doubted. Near pretty much everybody in Dallas got heavy rain, so feel like you're going to be lying about that. There's no way. Now, wind-wise, you could be right, but light rain, nah. There's no way. You guys got light rain. Everybody in Dallas got heavy rain, possibly some hail. So, yeah, on that. Yeah, rotation, maybe trying to tie it up again. And this is not far from the surface either. That's that's only 200 feet all from the surface. That is not far. Uh, this is definitely something we gotta keep an eye on here. I mean, for something this low, close to the surface here, only 200 feet from the surface, there's likely, probably in the higher levels, there's probably some strong rotation ongoing. We're gonna see what this is gonna do. Not picking up debris. There's no TDS signature, so that's some good news there. Kind of going back to this real quick. You can see with the Canadian model, it goes east of the Appalachian Mountains there. If we go back to the GFS here, okay, now it's starting to shift again. It's actually showing a much weaker system. So that's interesting, but it could go back to the same thing. So that's something will be interesting. Uh, from the GFS, it's probably well underdoing the system. I mean, versus the other models, some of the other models, GFS is probably underdoing it. It's also the icon models is the outlier at this point here. At track wise, GFS may become an outlier. We'll see what some of the other models, the Canadian model will show. So going back to the radar here. See, it's the heaviest rain hitting the radar right now. Here's the velocity here. That may be a very tight couplet right there. That's a very tight couplet. So this is going to be interesting to watch here. See how this is going to play out. I mean, that is very close to the surface. I mean, it really is. But then eventually, it'll start to change colors here. Well, not change colors. Yeah, very tight circulation, possibly right in there, just south of Fort Smith. There was no tornado in Dallas or nowhere. Someone told me earlier that there was a tornado in Arlington. When I looked at the correlation coefficient, there was a TDS signature. Maybe, uh, yeah, there was. However, there was a tornado warning for Dallas. There was indeed a tornado warning in Dallas. So there's not really anything clickbait about this stream, guys. There's not at all. So possibly a pretty tight circulation there. We'll see what the next scan does show. All right, there goes the next scan there. The tornado warning is still in effect here. Let's look at the correlation coefficient. No. Thank you twice. Um, yeah, Dallas is safe. The severe threat's over with. If I go back to Dallas, those storms are well past. You can see your storms are way out here now. And here's Dallas. So, okay, that severe thunderstorm warning probably got canceled up into southwestern Missouri as those storms are dying down. Plus, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning kind of in the Arlington region. 60-mile-an-hour winds, moving east 5 miles an hour, which is includes southern McCurtain County in southeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Bowie County in northwestern Texas, and Red River County in northeastern Texas. So the primary threat with that would be damaging winds, strong winds. Wherever this tornado warning does expire or get canceled, we'll end the stream. Because it's starting to get a little late for me. Alright, so plus we're kind of waiting on the GFS. Alright, so we got new hours in there. It's quite interesting how the GFS model backed off so much. Although it does show the possibility for a cutoff low. It's also further northwest, which that's what the GFS has been trending. I mean, it had a low pressure system really all the way down there, and with and the cold air not in place, and now it's all the way up into around Chicago a few runs later. I'm Silly Lily. Welcome to the stream. So going back to radar here. Yep. All right. So tornado warning did get canceled or expired. One thing's for certain is that the radar is getting slammed by some strong winds. Now this is pretty much surface winds. Well, not getting slammed, but pretty much this is surface winds. 36 miles an hour, probably 40 miles an hour times. So yeah, on that. So perhaps some winds probably up to 40 miles an hour. Could be some areas that could exceed 40 miles an hour, but you know, on that. But anyways, guys, this is Ark for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy this live stream. If you guys like this live stream, hit the like button. If you really like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload. If you guys have questions about